Hello everyone. Now today I am going to start table tag in HTML. So first of all we have to create a basic HTML structure, and now we are going to start how to use the table tag. So first of all we have to use the title of a page, and under the body section we are going to create a table tag. So first of all we have to create the table tag, and just we close the table tag. Under the table tag, two types of tag we are going to use. The first is the tr tag. Tr stand for table row. It means it create the table, create the row under the table. So suppose I want to create two row, two column table. So here I have to create two row. Now for creating a column, we are going to use td tag, and td stand for table data. So here just we have to create a structure. Two row I want, two column we have to create. So again we have to create next column. So it is the basic structure that I am going to start here. Now here we have to start with our table. So suppose in first column I want first name, and in second column I want last name. Now in second row just we have to fill the information. Suppose I have to written here first name, and under the last name I have to written here. Now you can observe the change. Just save your file and reload your page, and you can see the change. Now you can observe that whatever row and column we have to create it can be displayed, but it didn't look like the table formation. So first we are going to use some attribute under the table tag. So first of all we have to use the border attribute, and it can create a border of your table. So here I am using the border, and we can see the change. Now our border will be applied. One more attribute we can also use. Suppose if you want to give some background, then here we can give the BG color. BG color stand for background color. So here we can set the border. We can set the background color. Next attribute we are going to start. We can also color this border. So here we are using border color, and suppose I have to give in here red color. Now you can observe that your border will be changed. Next we are going to start. Suppose in a first row you want to provide the content in a form of heading. So in the place of tg tag we can use the th tag, and th stand for table heading. Whenever you have to require to provide the heading under the table, then we can use the th tag, and you can observe the change. So in this way we have to use this attribute. Next under the table tag some more attribute we are going to use, like if you want to change some alignment, then we can use align attribute, and here I have to use align, and by default your alignment is left, then I have to shift it to the right. So here I am using the alignment right. The change and reload your page. Now you can observe that your table is shifted on a right side. Same as we can also give the height and width to the table, and it should be, suppose I have to give it in a form of 50, and you can observe the change. So nothing change will be there. So we use the % sign, because when we use the % then it display the height and width as per your browser setting. Now you can observe that it can be changed. Now next attribute we are going to use width, and here we can change the width of a table. Suppose I have to give in 60%, and now you can observe the change. Now you can observe that your width will be changed. Now next attribute and most important attribute we are going to start. What is the use of cell padding and cell spacing? So cell padding, it means this is the attribute that used to set the distance between the cell border and cell value. So for this we have to write cell padding and meaningful size we have to give in like here 7, and you can observe the change. So when we run this code, you can observe that. Now I remove this code. First you have to see if we are not using the cell padding, then what is the formation in your table. Then you can observe that your table is look like this. Now I am start the cell padding and we can check that it can provide the distance between the cell border or cell value or not. So here we have to use cell padding and now we have to give the size. Suppose I have to give in here 7, and now you can see the change. You can observe that it can provided the distance from the cell border and cell value. Next we are going to start what is the cell spacing. Now this attribute is used to set the distance between two cells taking the attribute value in a pixels form. So in this we have to use cell spacing, and again we have to give some size. Suppose I have to give in here 7, and now before going to reload you can see that the cell is displayed like this, but when we reload it you can observe that it can provide the space around your cell. So in this way we are used the different types of attribute under the border tag. Next we are going to start some attribute on a row. Suppose that in a table, it means in a table within a row you want to change the background. So for this we have to use the bg color, and here you can give the color name. Mostly attribute that we have to use under the table tag that can be applied also and column also instead of the cell spacing and cell padding. So in this way we can change the particular color of a text. Now here suppose you want to change the all color, then here under the body tag we can change, we can use the text attribute, and here suppose I have to return here red. So what it can be provided, it can be changed the whole text color within a web page. So in this way we are going to use the text attribute. But suppose my question is that I want to change the color for a particular column, then what we have to do? So under the column, it means cd tag, just you have to use the bg color and equal sign, and you can give the color name. Now I have to give the color here, and you can observe the change. For a particular column we can also change the background. So in this way we can use the table tag. Now two most important attribute we are going to use, that is call span and row span. So first we know what is the row spanning. When we want to merge two and more than two row, then it is known as the row span, and if you want to merge two either more than two column, then it is known as the call span. So suppose that I want to merge this cell now. So here just within a td tag you have to write call span, and how many column you want to merge you have to give. So suppose I want to it merge two columns, and now you can observe the change. Now you can see that the first name it can be, if you focus that this is the first column, this is the second column, and you can see that it is the combination of two columns. Here two columns are merged together. Same as if you want to merge two row, then just go through the tr and go through the td tag. Suppose this one here I want to merge that. So just you have to write row span, and you can give the number of row here. Suppose I have to give in 2, and now you can observe the change. You can observe that this row will be changed. So in this way we are going to use row span and call span.